This is a story about a sheep in wolf's clothing trying to look tough. Bah! Guess who I was? Starcraft 2. Wings of Liberty. Great game. 10 years in the making. I stood in line with a whole mess of other fanatics. We all were chatting about the best strategies we had previously and what we expect to come in this new release. I rushed home, install it. I was like, how much difference could they have done from StarCraft the OG to now StarCraft 2? And I said, there's not that much. I log in. There's two options. You could do single player versions or multiplayer. And me being who I am, being a badass, I said, I'm gonna do a multiplayer. Never ever going in and touching the units, the new units, nothing like that. I just went in. I log in with this guy. The first thing he asks, have you played before? I'm like, yeah, I'm a pro, man. And he goes, looks like this is your first time in. I was like, who are you gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? And so he goes, okay, I see how this is gonna end. At first, it's going great. I'm trying to figure out everything, all the new buttons, all the new hotkeys, everything's going great. Until I see a Zergling come in my base. It goes around the side of my base, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta take this guy out. And I use my SCVs, as you want to do. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that they spawn much faster than they did in the previous game. So I thought I had a little more time. I asked my partner, hey, I might need some help over here. He doesn't respond. The thing about StarCraft is you don't have time to chat. You don't have time to do anything but click and move, and that's it. So he's not responding, and I think he's being a dick. I'm like, come on, man. You're not gonna talk to me? And he's nothing. Just complete silence. So I click over his base. I'm like, hey man, you got some guys there. Can you send some guys my way? None. No commentary, no movement. I said, dude, don't be a dick. 2 minutes after that little Zergling comes in, you know what happens. Everyone knows what happens. The rush. At first, it was an unexpected rush. It was a bunch of overlords. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why was this guy throwing overlords at me? What are you gonna do, right? What? And so I'm thinking, I'll just take them out with my Marines. I got like 2 guys, right? I got this. These guys are overlords, 2 hits to done. These overlords, they're at the edge of my view. I send my guys out, and I'm still trying to spam more because, you know, I know that they see me now. They start pooping out guys. I'm like, what the fuck is this? When did this happen? A little known fact, Zerg's got a lot of upgrades in this new one. In fact, a lot more than I was prepared for at the moment. So they're pooping out. They're overrunning my guys. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I type back to my buddy, my partner. Hey, dude, they're in my base. They're in my base. I need to get out. Nothing. He's not saying anything. No commentary whatsoever. And so I go, okay, how about this? I'm coming over there. I'm coming over there. I'm going to drop my base. The message goes, no. And I was like, dude, I'm serious, man. I'm coming over there. I'm coming. And so I look over his base, and this guy is being a dick. He has his base with Hellions. He has freaking Starport. He has his medevacs out. He has a whole mess of Marines. He's barricaded his whole front base with his barracks and supply depots. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's ready for this. And so I'm trying to find a spot to place it. And this guy is literally moving his units underneath my base, so I couldn't drop my command center. I'm saying, hey dude, can you move your guy? He doesn't respond, nothing. Unfortunately, they were playing a bunch of Zergs. Zerg has a superiority. They wiped this guy out. I mean, they go through his base like Swiss cheese. And I'm floating over an armchair quarterback looking at this guy, saying, hey, you might want to move this dude. You might want to move these guys out. I'm typing all this. As soon as he's at the last moments where he's actually have to lift up, he goes, you're a fucking noob, and logs out. Long story short, never go into a game thinking you know everything.